Well, hello everyone. Thought I'd give you a little update on the coupe. As you can see, I got the body back on. Might have said it in the last video, but I was making sure my brake and clutch pedals are good. They're all good. Now I just need to make some metal covers to go over there, clean that up a little bit. But what I've been working on is fitting a fuel tank. I'm going to be using a reproduction Model T tank. I bought this tank and bought the straps, but it came with left and right straps, and I needed, both this style here. So I took the other strap and cut it apart and welded it and made another strap to where it's the same side, so I can use this to bolt down and that to bolt down. Then I went through my spare metal and I found an old part of subframes that I used in my other car to mount some seats. So I welded them together, and I'm going to mount the fuel tank right here. The brackets are going to mount here, and I didn't think it'd be good just to have it bolted to plywood and metal in the back. So I thought another cross member would be fine, and I had the metal, so got that all cut and everything fit in there. I haven't welded it in yet, just fitting it right now. But anyway, that's gonna go there, and then the T tank is gonna fit in right there like that. And then on this side here, I'm going to put my battery. My seat clears the front. It gives me just a little bit of extra room. And since the fuel tank's in behind me, I would like to build a firewall. So I left a little room there. I still got to figure that out. After I'm done with this, I'm going to figure out how to make some sort of a firewall to at least slow down a fire if something ever happens, or slow down the gas from getting up in the front, gas and fire up front. So that's what I've been working on. I need to weld that cross member in, drill some holes, mount the tank, that kind of stuff. Alright, got that piece welded in and the mounting holes drilled. Okay, so the tank is mounted. I trimmed my floorboards to go on each side of the new cross member area. So I started working on my firewall, and what I did is I made a little white plastic template there. And in order for it to fit behind the tank or between the tank and the seat support, it's really tight there. So what I did was I took the seat support, normally comes out and down. What I did is I cut it off, and then I bent the original little L flange on there, bent it back down, and then tack welded it in. So it's still pretty strong. That's because it's not screwed in, because it's moving. And then that allowed me to run the firewall straight across here. So let me put the camera down for a second and I'll put the template in there. Alright, the template's installed, and what I did is I made a little flange right here, what I'll bend into the sheet metal, and then I'll be able to mount this to that cross member I put in there. At the top here, the package tray has a little lip on it, and what I'll do is I'll probably run the sheet metal, I don't know, either in back or in front of this, and there's screw holes in here already that I can use to mount it up there. For the sides here, what I'll do is I'll make a piece of metal that fits the shape of this pretty closely, and then put a couple slots in here so that I'll be able to slide it over, tighten the screws, and then that will close that up pretty close. So that's top and bottom, and then in the front what I'll do is, again, this seat support, it has holes in it also. What I'll do is I'll make 3 little L brackets here to support that area. So it'll be supported like in 3 places all the way across. I don't know if I'll have to take a bead roller and kind of support this here or not. But we'll see when we get that far. So that's the plan right now. And then what I'll do is, so this area will be sealed up, and then I'll have to add something here to seal this up too. And that will be pretty good. We'll see how it goes. Alright, so I have the pattern laid out on the piece of sheet metal, and I'm just using my little Harbor Freight cheapo shear to cut it out. And then I have a bend line right here. I'll bend that flange. These are little areas I got to cut out for the fuel tank mount to go around that. So that's where we're at. Alright, well, I have the pattern cut out on the metal, and my brake's not long enough to bend that flange, so I just got a couple of 1x1 tubes clamped together, and I'll kind of use that as a kind of a brake, and I'll just beat the metal around it. Kind of caveman, but that's what you got to do, and you got to do it. Alright, see how that is. Okay, got the firewall screwed in. It's attached on the bottom. It's attached on the top. I'll show you that from the front. I still have to make the sides for it. I made 3 little brackets to support a little bit lower than the middle part of it, and then the top part of it is attached by the package tray bolts, and you know, it's pretty firm in there. I don't know if I'll run a couple beads on there or not. It'd probably look cooler if it had a couple bead rolls on there, but I think it's pretty good. Like I said, I got to make those sides, cover up that gap, and make a little cover there. But anyway, so far today, I think it's coming out pretty good. Alright, made some templates for the side pieces. And then I transferred those over to the metal. Now I'm going to cut it out on my bandsaw. Alright, got the little side pieces made. And what I did is I left just a little bit of a gap between the little side piece here and the body panel. Then I'll take seam sealer or something like that and seal all that up. But I think they came out good. It's just temporary right now, holding it in with the Clecos, but I think that's going to work. Next up is to fill that hole there, and same on the other side. Alright, well, there she is, pretty much done. Everything's fitted. The only thing I really have left to do is once I pull it out and stuff, I'm going to drill a few more holes. But the Clecos will keep it all aligned. So, anyway, there's the side. Then the seat bottom support is attached down there. Along the other side, I filled in that area there on the package tray. I'll just put like a little bit of silicone or sealant there. I mean, it's not going to be perfectly sealed, but it's a lot better of a firewall than if it wasn't there at all. Did that side also. And then from the back, you can see a little bit of gap there where the light comes through. I didn't want that against my side panels because I think you'd see it from the outside. So I left a little gap there, and I'll fill that with a little silicone or something. Same thing on that side. T-tank is in there. Still have to make my battery mount, and also I have to think about a seat belt mount. So I'll probably be working on the seat belts this weekend. I think that's about it for this video. Thanks for watching, and hope to get some more work on it soon.